In this video, I'm going to compare a 100 watt rigid panel versus a 100 watt flexible panel. I'm going to simulate in a few different ways. The first one is like this on the roof of an RV. In my second test, I place both panels angled towards the sun, so the air can flow freely underneath the panels to keep them cool. Let's start with the first test, the simulation of the roof of an RV. For the flexible panel, I've used tape, so there's no airflow underneath. But if you mount a rigid panel on the roof of an RV, there's usually an airspace underneath. And I've done this using some wooden sticks, so there's airflow underneath. So let me connect the solar panels to two identical solar charge controller and a battery. So now it's about 11:30 and let's come back in an hour to see which solar panel produces the most watt hours. Now it's 12:30, so it's been 1 hour, and let's quickly check the power production of each solar panel. The rigid panel is putting in 64 watts and the flexible panel is putting in 50 watts. So let me now disconnect the solar panels from the MPPTs and check how many watt hours we have. Let's start with the rigid solar panel. 61 watt hours. And the flexible solar panel, 48.4 watt hours. Let's measure the temperature of the solar panels. The rigid solar panel is 107 degrees Fahrenheit. And the flexible is 127 Fahrenheit. That's the problem with the flexible solar panel. There's no airflow underneath, so the temperature will rise. And when the temperature of a solar panel rises, the voltage will drop. So that leads to reduced power. For the second test, I've set the panels upright, so there's airflow underneath both of the solar panels. I've reset the watt hour meters, and let's redo the test using this setup. So let's come back in 1 hour and see which panel performs the best. It's been 1 hour. Let's take a look how many watts each of these solar panels are putting in the battery. The rigid solar panel is putting in 67 watts and the flexible panel is putting in 55 watts. Let me now disconnect the panels. So the test is now finished. Let's see how many watt hours they put in the battery. The rigid solar panel put 69.5 watt hours and the flexible panel 58.6 watt hours. Let me take the measurement of the temperatures of the cells. 133 degrees Fahrenheit and 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So we can see the temperature of both solar panels are now closer together. Let me take you inside to see the results of the tests. So what did we learn from these tests? The first test, where the panel was flat, the rigid panel got 61 watt hours and the flexible panel got 48.4 watt hours. So that's a difference of 20.6%. And for the second test, where we angled the panels, the rigid panel got 69.5 watt hours and the flexible 58.6 watt hours. And that's a difference of 15.7%. So we can conclude that in both cases, the rigid panel wins. And here's why. The rigid panels stay cooler because there's airflow underneath the solar panel. The flexible panels, when they're mounted flat on the roof, they trap the heat. And the hotter panel means less efficiency and over time faster degradation. However, in test 2, we saw they have the same temperature, but there still was a difference of 15.7%. So not only the temperature plays a role, but also the materials being used. For a rigid panel, they use glass, and for a flexible panel, they use plastic. And the plastic is only going to reduce even more over time. Here's my recommendation. For performance, rigid panels always win. They stay cooler and will last many more years before degrading. For convenience, flexible panels are fine if you want a quick install without brackets, so you don't have to drill in the roof of your RV. Or if you want a portable option to set the solar panels in the sun while your RV stays in the shade. They're lightweight and easy to store. A flexible panel weighs about 4 pounds, while the rigid panel weighs 12 pounds. That's about 3 times more. But for longevity, rigid panels are the best choice. Flexible panels usually only last a few years. They get hot and over time the plastic surface turns milky, letting less sunlight through. And also they experience a higher degradation. Personally, I wouldn't fit flexible solar panels on the roof of an RV because of the reasons mentioned before. But for a lightweight, temporary solution, they are great. So what about the cost? For a 100 watt rigid solar panel, you will expect to pay $55. So that's 55 cents per watt. And I couldn't find a similar flexible solar panel of 100 watts in the US. So I found 130 watts, and that sells for $70 or 54 cents per watt. Even though they're about the same price, rigid panels are still the best value because they produce more power and they last longer. Let me know in the comments if you have been using flexible panels or used them before. I'm curious to hear about your experience. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.